Right, so been through this game, and it's pretty clear at some points there are some interesting wards going on, and interesting no wards to be going on. So I'm going to quickly jump to it, go straight into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is at 40 or so seconds. If you play, you'll see that a ward goes down here, and if I just turn like everything off, the way I is there a way to do it? Okay, if I turn all this off, you will see that this was warded. And as this ward is very good for lane, it's not that good like at anything else. Like you can see the range there, and you can even see at this point, unfortunately, it cuts off here. So you're literally only using a ward for half or less than half at this point, because a half would be like that. You'd see all the way through there, but you can't see this bit here. The only way you'd be able to see all that is if you angled the ward so it was like about here, and then you would probably see that. But this ward this early on, unfortunately, doesn't really do the job, because as you can see, all the way across here, they can just walk in. Yeah, they could be here, they could just walk in over here. Because it's 40 seconds in, you could have walked down through, probably here's quickest, walk down into here, and then thrown a ward there if you wanted to be lazy, or they could have thrown a ward there. Probably, if you're on the red side, you'd probably want to ward this as much as, or try to get that one instead of this one. This one allows you to see like all of this, and all of, well, apart from all of that, you can't actually see in the wards. But all of, even though you are missing a lot of vision for like here, like at this point it would be wasted. But it gives you more information, because no, I don't think any teams apart from, I think from Coup only really do this. They like to invade like round here, like that, all the way through, and then through here. So therefore, they only really get chance to see when they get to about here, because this ward doesn't really give. It gives about this vision. So by the time they're there, they get told, and it's kind of hard to deal with that. But yeah, this ward doesn't really do much. So I recommend putting it here. If you put it right here, you get as much vision as possible. And yeah, and the next one, oh yeah, you got Garen, just sitting here, when this, he could have been, I need to turn my phone off, sorry. Right, so, over here, he could be sat up here, because I think at this point, yeah, Yasuo's on his way over to go and, like, chill for a bit. Not many teams invade over here anymore, so you don't really need to have your top lane over here. If you are worried about this invade, you just get your Garen and you just put a ward there. That does everything. That's a really good ward. Or if you're really worried about it, just throw a ward right here. Like right here is a really good spot, 'cause that covers this entrance, and if they really want to come in from here, they can do that as well. So it's really good to throw a ward there. I think this ward is probably better. If you're really worried, throw one there and get Garen and just move him up to about here. Because he's going for the chickens, having Garen stand here instead of putting a ward up there would be fine. As I said, not many teams really invade this way anymore. Unless you're doing a lane swap, then they will invade through here, go around, they will put a ward about here. But considering that, well, it's gold rank 5s, there's not really much lane swapping to be done. I would just have Garen sat there instead of standing here. Right, okay, the next one was at... and speed up a sec. So you go over, and... oh wait, there was another one as well. Yeah, okay. So over here, let me go back a second. Went a bit fast. Alright, okay. So, over here we have Sol defending this area. As we can still see, this is still unguarded. We don't know where that is. Sol's guarding this, which is good. You should do this as AD carry. You should be sat exactly where you are, because look at that. Look at the amount of vision this gets. It gives a lot. Just around there, it's honestly, it's really good, the fact that you have him there. We have Thresh on his way down there. He also should have been here before. Because you've got this ward here, I would personally send Thresh and stand him there. Or stand him somewhere where he can like be a ward, or place a ward here, since this ward here needs to be there. That flower just needs to be there. Rek'Sai's on his way here, and this ward here, unfortunately, makes no sense. I don't know why this ward goes down. He walks over here and he puts a ward right, like, here. Now, You don't need to put a ward there because you already have your AD carry. I mean, I'm gonna press play and see how far, like, how long this ward goes useless for. It keeps on going. Okay, so only now does it start to being useful. You've got a minute. You've got a minute to wait. You don't need to put that ward down. You can just go, like, here you're just chilling doing nothing. Here is still unwarded. I mean, you got some pings saying these need to be warded, but no one's doing it. Or you guys think it's on there. Because of the fact you can't see this, Ari goes and checks. And there you go. She could have died. That could have been a death. Lucky enough it wasn't. So yeah, there's enough about that. What time are we at now? So let's go for 2:40. There we go. Roughly it. So on here we have Garen is 1 level on the Malphite because he took the chickens, level 1, which is really good. That's really helpful for lane because now you've got advantage. But unfortunately here, if you look at your minion positioning, actually didn't move Garen. Oh, that is a lovely Zac effect. Right, okay. So you're attacking Malphite now, which is good because now you're doing damage to him. But the thing is though, you have ran past your minion aggro range and you've run into his. So from now onwards, you will be taking. Look, he's already targeted you, and now they've all started targeting you. They're now going to focus. You can see these guys all now hitting you. Malphite just has to run around like that, and now you've lost the trade. You've just lost completely, and now you have to. You now have to run back, and you've only just lost aggro now. So you took about nearly 200 points of damage, or he took maybe 100 points of damage. And 200 points of damage on a level 2 is worth a lot more than 100 on a level 1. So if you're going to do that again, try and make sure that you don't have to run into his wave to do it. Because if you run into the wave, then you saw what happened there. You just get wrecked by the minions. And then we're going to skip forward another minute. Where is it? It's 1:28. There we go. 1:28, you get ganked, and there's a reasoning for it, and I'm going to change that a bit, because that's not the correct place. Okay, so you're dead there. Let's go for 3:10. Right, okay, so Nidalee's coming up to gank you. You lose first blood because of this. Ari, at this point, should have been using most of her mana versus Yasuo, because I think about now he's just got his wind wall. So all this time you can get free poke and free harass, and you just need to force the lane in. Around about this time, you should be where Yasuo is, and you should have warded about here. No. Yeah, here would have been the better ward option. But, actually, where does she come from? She comes from, let's follow her for a sec. She runs all the way and she goes through. Yeah, here we go. Look, bam, right there. You would have spotted her, and you would see her. In fact, you could have put it there, and that would have been better. Because then you would see that she's going into the Baron pit, which means that she's going to gank. Because now, let me change this to red. You have no clue she's doing this. And to be fair, it is a good gank the way she's going around. But most indies will do this. That she hops over the wall. And then she just walks all the way around, and you're dead. Like, there's not much you can do. You could have swerved down at this point and not been hit by it, but I don't think that would have stopped you dying, unfortunately. So yeah, if Ari would have pushed in level 1, like level 1 and level 2, you've really got to push against Yasuo, because that's really the main time where he's weak, especially versus Ari, because Yasuo into Ari is not very good, like, it's not good lane. It favours Yasuo until, like, when he gets level 4, level 5, it just favours Yasuo all the way. So you want to get that ward as soon as possible. Right. Yeah, okay. So at this point, you knew Nidalee was topside, and you could have pushed. The Vayne Twitch lane is very favourable towards to Twitch, so you need to push in early, like way early. So let's say about. Where's the lane phase start? Lane phase starts roughly about here. At this point, you should have just been auto-attacking the wave, like, constantly. Just keep on pushing, use stress. He has the flay, so you just keep on auto-attacking, push that wave in. You want to be about here, roughly about this time. Because if you're about here, then that forces Nidalee to come down to you. You just throw a ward up, and then that's top pressure completely gone, and he doesn't die at this point. So if you push him, it pushes the lane and gives you an advantage, because Twitch versus Vayne is just unfair for Vayne. She needs to hit level 6, she really needs it. In fact, if I was to do this lane matchup, I'd switch it around. I'd go the Vayne top, because it's just Twitch has every advantage on Vayne. Pre-6. Yeah, if you're scared, put a ward down. Okay, so just keep pushing at that point, because look, you know where. Okay, if that ward was there, you'd know where Nidalee is, so you could easily be here by now on the tower, pushing him in. You could have had like about a 4 minion lead advantage if you just pushed him in, because Twitch isn't very good for lasting on the tower. He used to use mana for it, which sucks for him. Okay, so jump in again to 4 right here. Yasuo's already warded. Yasuo warded pretty early, actually. I mean, to a point where, yeah, here we go. So at 550 thing, he pushes in, and there. Where is it? He goes. See if you see. Actually, no, let's wait. I'll try again. Okay. So he's pushed in. Slow down a sec. So he's pushed in and he's played aggressive. And about now, about here, you should have vision of him. So red side. Okay, you've just seen his left. So and you saw him go in that direction across over to there, which kind of tells you that he's going to ward up here. I'm not sure if you communicated this, but if you said that he's gone towards the top left, or he's roaming towards the left, that could be he's going towards the left toward this, left to go around. But either way, you need to tell people that he's done something around the left-hand side, so be careful of the wards. He wards down at 3 minutes 49, and unfortunately from then on, Rek'Sai tries to get a gank off, but because this wasn't like told, he just sits here, which sucks. And yeah, he goes to farm. It's not like an amazing thing, but it definitely doesn't help you, the fact. Okay, so yeah, as I said, at one point you engage down here and you just lose a trade because Vayne doesn't do very well versus Twitch at all. So it's about here-ish. You hook onto Janna here, yeah, right here. You get a really good bit of damage, but here, just stop. You won the trade here, just back off. That was really good, just stop. And unfortunately, you tumble in, try and get another auto attack, and that actually loses you the trade, trying to get more damage in. At the same point, right about this time, I'm not going to go into this much, but there was a fail ward here, which unfortunately does lead to you flashing instantly. Nidalee comes through, she just runs, yeah, obviously she just runs straight over. And then, unfortunately, because of that ward, you don't really get. You just lose a flash instantly, so it sucks. Yasuo now has your lane advantage. Now he's come in. Your flash is now gone. You're low man, low HP. All of these minions and the minions incoming now are all his. And if he really wants to, he can go farm these. Probably won't. He doesn't actually this game. But yeah, he gets this advantage and he gets this advantage. It doesn't help the lane matchup at all. But you know about that. I'm not going to go into it. Rek'Sai goes mid and collects farm. Yeah, at this point, Rek'Sai does. Oh yeah, take a spear, which forces you to go back. Rek'Sai comes mid at 5 minutes, which is good and bad. Like, so 5 minute 30. So at this point, you're now here, which is good because now you're getting a load of EXP and minions, which is great for junglers because that's what you need. But unfortunately, the fact that you've shown here now allows Malphite to be kind of, oh, I've got an advantage. He probably won't because he doesn't need to. He's already got a few minions here. He can easily farm up because he knows the Malphite does be Garen in the end. And bot lane knows they won't be ganked, so they can be as aggressive as they want to. But the lane already is in their favour, so they know they won't be ganked anytime soon, so they can continue this on. So as much as you are getting EXP and gold here, you're losing a lot of map control, and there's not a lot of map wards on the map anyway. All you know is that Nidalee has come into the jungle. Oh, has ganked mid and then buggered off somewhere. Talking of, the fact that you're there, she can just take like all your jungle. But on the plus side, as we will see, she goes and obviously tries to farm that, but you guys catch her, which is really good. So about a few seconds ago, I'd say about 56, you knew she was there. So yeah, you come over and Leo goes instantly over, which is good. Vayne doesn't need to be over here yet. I mean, it does help to come over. But lucky enough, she's trying to not walk into the Twitch because the only way she can run is through here, and you don't want to. You can be chasing as the Vayne, but it's not. You haven't got boots or anything, so running around here with Leo is just kind of, it's not really worth it. So doing this is correct. The fact that you waited for him to come through. Now he's too focused on trying to save the Vayne, so, the Nidalee. So now you can tumble in like this. You know that he will not go on you, and this right here is either insane luck or you really predicted this, because this is really good. You could an auto attack, which can't see the damage. No, so it's straight condemn. So that was very good. The fact that you what's it called? You threw him straight into the wall and stunned him. Lucky enough, it killed. So that condemn was really good. That would have got your team a lot of advantage. At first, when I saw this play here, I would say Rek'Sai, just stop. There's no point being here. But lucky enough, Twitch is bad, and he like walks this way. So Rek'Sai can get easy pick, and it's a good charm. And yep, you get a kill out of it. So that's really good. It does also help because Yasuo is free farming, and you are like you're 20 CS down at this point, which sucks really bad. So getting that kill weakens the blow. So that's pretty good. The fact that you guys did that. That's a lot of like plus sides. That really does help you. Yeah, good collapse. After killing Twitch, good rotate here. Okay, so you killed Twitch and you rotated and you got the dragon, I believe. But there's minions here. Like, nah, ignore them. Straight to dragon, because this dragon is very, very important. It's the first dragon of the game. Well, for your team, this is very, very important. You want to go straight here. Lucky enough, you do take it. No issues here. So that's great. Yeah, okay, so here comes a bit which I wasn't too happy about. Right, okay, so out here you got a really good trade here. Well, trade there, but then you die because you don't respect the fact that he's a higher level than you. Unfortunately, she didn't die, but yeah, you should have understood the fact that Twitch is a lot stronger than Vayne. But it gets worse. You got a Garen teleport coming in, which only softens the blow. Like, the fact that Janna should have died ages ago. In fact, you shouldn't have even been in that position to need that teleport. That teleport has lost so much control over here. Like, he can push in as much as he wants. He didn't need to stop your back. He really didn't need to, because I'm pretty sure he didn't see you teleport, but the fact that he has teleport and you don't, this is so much, like, control you're losing. You do pick up the kill though, which is pretty good. That allows you to get to your black cleaver quicker, and push out the wave, which is good. Like, you want to try and push that, and then that. Nearly comes to gank, so you back off. Okay, just take that as well. That's it. Now, back, flower back. You don't have the movement speed. You run all the way up here, so use your Q. You don't put a ward down. Oh, you can't have a ward. Sorry, my bad. You run over, and you've got no movement speed at this point. Ari is in the process of getting absolutely fucked. So the gank, the idea of the gank is good. It's really good, the fact that you ran over, and if this gank would have worked, it would have made this game a lot easier for you. But unfortunately, because you have no movement speed and you're relying on your Q, you just get absolutely wrecked. Like, you just die, and it really doesn't help. Because out here, like, Adam was waiting for you to gank, but because you don't have any movement speed, you just die. Just die, which is, it just isn't good, because you've now died. Like, think of that trade as a 1 for 2. Just yeah, 1 for 2. Think of it like that. It's just not worth. You should have gone back instantly and not even tried the gank, unless you had boots. If you would have had, instead of Lucas, you had boots, that gank probably would have worked. Because look how low he is after Ari like fought him. That's an easy kill for you. You have ult. Like, that was just an easy kill if you had boots. That's easy. Yeah, show us back. Have a look. Oh yeah. I'm not sure how pick and bans went this game. If you had the option of picking Vlad, maybe you should try picking Vlad versus Yasuo. There's not too much that Yasuo can do, and if he does win you, you just ult and W. He has to run away from you. So the RE versus Yasuo's matchup isn't very good at all, unfortunately. Don't know how pick and bans went, so I couldn't tell you like what to pick and how. But yeah, the RE Yasuo isn't too good. Right, okay. Garen died at 9:15. So, whoop. Okay. So at 9:15, Garen dies. And what is this for? 9:15, Garen dies, 3 Malphite TP. Oh yeah. Yeah. So down here, if I back up a bit, you see you get a good trade in, but unfortunately right here, the moment you see this teleport, you run. You just flat out get out of there. No, don't turn. There's no point even trying to turn that. You've lost. Don't even try to fight. He's just dead. There's nothing you can do. You both get ulted here. Flash, the heal was used, completely unnecessary. And because Garen died, like over here, he died. That was a free teleport. Look at his lane. Lane's completely frozen, and it's going to push slightly. So by the time Garen gets there, he's going to start losing minions to the tower. So they get a free push out of this. You do try and get a pick here, but this Janna makes a really good knock up, and I think you die for it. Like ulting, like there, you're just dead. There's not much you could have done. Like you should have just left him to die. You didn't need to be there. Right, here is something which is a massive mistake, and I actually really don't understand why this happens. Garen did die, as you know, which does cause a few issues. Yeah, okay. So you're back over here. You've left the base, right? And look at your items. You've got a phage and a Kindle gem, and you've got 2 health pots. So you've got quite a lot of regen on you, but you're missing something. Your wards are on cooldown. You don't have a wards, and unfortunately, if I go to the gold, you're sitting on nearly 300. That's 2 pink. That's 2 greens, and a pink, at least. There's no reason for you to leave base without awards. There's absolutely no reason. And actually, because you did this, you die. You die really early on. Like, you get into lane and you just flat out die. Yeah, so let's have a look. You go over here, and Nidalee, I think Nidalee and Yasuo roam onto you. So you push in. So you go into the tower here, and at this point you could just go back and put more wards. So here's the ward right there. But, no. You need more wards. You just had to, because if I speed up, Yasuo and Nidalee come up. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the Yasuo and Ahri thing is just not fair at all, which sucks. Yeah, from I think it's about here on. Yeah, there we go. They go off and they gank you, which sucks. It really does suck, because as you see here, you don't see anything. This ward does nothing. You just die. Rip you. Later on to the games, I haven't timestamped it yet, which I kind of feel bad of. But Ahri does pick up a few good pickups. So, as much as you can say Ahri's a bad pick in this matchup, it's also good because you can pick up a lot of kills from, especially like Twitch. Twitch just dies to Ahri. There's nothing Twitch can do. So the Ahri pick is actually really good, just not versus Yasuo. Well, it is bad versus Yasuo, but it made worse the fact that he's got such advantage now. He's 4-0 and nearly. Like, his CS is really good. Like, double yours. It's just so good. You do make a few pick-up kills, though. But the last thing I want to pick up on... I went through all of this, and to be fair, it's just small things. Like, you got caught here, didn't ward here, type of thing. Simple things you should know. So I'm going to skip a little bit into 17-17. This will be the last thing. You picked up Dragon. Yeah, you picked up Dragon, but... you go on the Janna. Right, okay, so you go on the Janna, which is really good, and you get an... Well, you get like, wow, slow down. Sorry, give me a sec. So you back up. So here, you get Dragon, which is really good. This gives you a team really good advantage, and that's also... It gives you advantage due to Dragons, because now you're ahead. You got 2 ahead. But you are behind on gold by quite a fair bit. But getting this Dragon does help. So you go on Janna here. So, right here. This is really good. The fact that you're waiting, you're used to coming in, really good idea. But you should communicate to your team that you're going to think of doing it, because now these guys, they can't go over. Yeah, so unfortunately she Qs and just knocks out the boots of ability. It's just done. Stop. Don't need to be here anymore. And you just get teleported in by Malphite at this point. You're dead. You should, the moment she pressed Q, not even when she used it, just press Q, get out. Like, you're dead. Rip you. Yeah, you should have just backed as soon as possible. And also, one thing I want to pick up on is the fact that Leo, you picked up Boots of Mobility, but you did no roaming with it. Like, unfortunately, you did like next to nothing with your boots, which should have been. They should have been an even earlier Sightstone. Should have been the other Sightstone, or should have been going into your like health just to beef you up a little bit, or at least go for boots 1 and then maybe some other options like a ruby, not ruby crystal, like a ruby stone, whatever it's called. I have no idea what it's called anymore. The red health thing. But that's basically the game. If you guys want me to change the way I do this, or you think that whatever I said isn't correct, I'll happily discuss it, because those are the reasons why. Like, I understand that if someone like there's some things you could have done, but unfortunately in this situation those are the reasons why you lost this game, which sucks. I don't mind changing the way I help you guys out. If you want me to be more informative or focus on different things, I will do. Unfortunately, this game, because you said it's a stomp, there's a lot of negatives. There's a few like positives, but there's not many. There's barely any. Unfortunately, there's way too much negativity in this, which obviously sucks. But you guys want me to be as brutal as I can at some point. So if you want me to be a little more kinder, I can be. But in this game, unfortunately, it's just not possible. And yeah, we just see Ari die. So I hope that helps. But the main thing is that level 1. Like, I'm not even joking. That level 1 wasn't good. It just wasn't. It didn't do anything for you guys. You couldn't do anything with that. You just got, like, luckily enough, it didn't invade. But that was not the correct way to do it. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free just to message me on League or whatever, or League Facebook, and I will. If you want me to tell you what you did wrong in a certain lane matchup, I'll focus on that. But this is just a quick like team kind of. This is what you should have done. If you want me to focus on actual players, I can do. But yeah, you guys tell me what you want to do. This video will go up very soon, so see you in a bit.